Is there really a Vatican plot to force Pope Francis to resign? That is the question we're asking today because, believe it or not, that is what is being promoted. And I want to engage this. This was put out earlier today by dailymail.com. Let's take a look at it together and see if there's any merit to it. Vatican plot to force Pope Francis to resign. Conservatives wage secret plan to put the liberal pontiff under so much stress he will step down. Italian cardinal reveals. Check this out. Conservatives in the Vatican are said to be plotting. So this is conservatives, not liberals, plotting to put Pope Francis under such pressure that he is forced to resign. How does that work with forced resignations and validity of resignations? For you would think the conservatives would know a little bit better about validity of forced resignations. So I'm just throwing that one out there. To move to oust the liberal-minded Pontiff 86 began in earnest just days after the death of his predecessor Emeritus the 16th on December 13th. Although Pope Francis has previously declared he would step down if his health deteriorates. In fact, he's had some paperwork on that since pretty much just a few months after he was elevated to the pontificate. It was deemed unlikely to happen while Benedict XVI was alive in order to prevent an unprecedented situation of three popes living at the Vatican. Well, they weren't, but it wouldn't be three popes. It would be one pope and two former popes, but okay. Speaking to Italian newspaper La Stampa, notice this. A cardinal said the conservative faction is ready to move against the communist pope. A cardinal? No, they're not saying who this is. Who is this cardinal? Is there any evidence out there that this cardinal has been identified? I mean, I'm honestly asking the question. Is it out there? Have I missed it? Who's this cardinal? A cardinal? That's odd. He said, quote, the secret plan will be formulated on various axes and phases, but it will have one objective: to place the pontificate under such stress that Francis will have to resign. Who is this cardinal? It's just a source, an unnamed source so far. If they've put out the evidence and the name, I just haven't seen it. The opponents of Francis, knowing that right now they are in a minority, that they will need time to win a consensus and to weaken him. The cardinal added that the campaign would hinge upon the progressive weakening of the Holy Father, as well as his doctrinal choices, which will create a great deal of discontent, which can be used against him. Yeah, that sounds really traditional, right? Aren't these supposed to be conservatives here? Sounds really traditional. But the bigger problem is, who is the cardinal? An unnamed source? An unnamed card? Here. What if I throw this one out? Let me take a stab at it too. All right, let me try this one. What if I were to say, an unnamed cardinal says that this other unnamed cardinal is making it up? An unnamed cardinal says that this other unnamed cardinal was misunderstood. An unnamed cardinal says that this other unnamed cardinal was misquoted. An unnamed cardinal says that this other unnamed cardinal doesn't exist. What? This is gossip. That's all that is. Unless you give the source, it's just gossip. If it's based on anything real, we don't know it because it's just being presented to us by an unnamed source, which is gossip, clickbait, and in fact, immoral. Produce your source. Tell us who the cardinal is. Obviously, they're not going to do that. I've been burned too many times putting stock into unnamed cardinals. Unnamed cardinal says this and that, and it turns out that that wasn't true. Or unnamed cardinal says that this is going to happen. It turns out that never happens and it wasn't true anyway. But what we're going to see is a whole bunch of people on social media repeating this gossip. And that's what's unfortunate. It reminds me of the more gossip that was put out recently about the NSA forcing Benedict out. Have you seen any actual evidence for that? I've just heard claims of a journalist saying this. If it's out there, I just haven't seen it. That's all. Maybe it's out there. Then again, maybe it's not. Don't know. I haven't seen it. Anytime I go to look it up, I don't see actual documentation of this. NSA forced Benedict to resign? Where's the evidence for this? Here's one for you. An unnamed source tells me that the NSA never did this. An unnamed source says that this Italian journalist made it up. I forget it. Was he Italian? I forget what the journalist was who was saying this. Whoever that journalist is, unnamed source tells me he made it up. What does this do? What does it accomplish? Other than commit the sin of gossip, undermine the authority of the church, and get people more money by clicking. What does it really accomplish? That's my honest question. I don't think it really accomplishes much, but you're going to see a whole bunch of people promoting this soon. Just wait, get ready for it, and you'll see. Told you so. I hate to say I told you so, but you'll see. Somebody says, why is it always the NSA? Is it really always the NSA? Somebody else says, unnamed Cardinal. Dude, trust me. Yeah, right. Again, I've been burned by that too many times. If there's any truth to this, I can't know it based on unnamed sources. You have to really provide that information. If you can't provide that information, don't make such an outrageous claim publicly. I understand that sometimes you might keep a source anonymous with certain claims. That's fine. This one is way too far. This one is way too grave to make anonymous. And that is my problem with it. All right. If y'all enjoyed this, hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be sure, by the way, to check out the interview with John Salza that Pints with Aquinas Matt Fradd is going to have at 2 p.m. Central today on Schism, Sedevacantis, and the SSPX. That's going to be an interesting one. All right. See you later. God bless.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, office, or any kind of property anywhere in the world, you're going to want to call Real Estate for Life, and they're going to connect you with a Catholic agent. Now, that agent will donate a portion of their commission upon sale, and Real Estate for Life will donate 75% of that gift to a pro-life organization at no cost to you. Call Real Estate for Life at 1-877-LIFE-US1 or text them 248-431-1440. If you care about the pro-life cause, call them now.
Is it possible that ancient aliens created other ancient aliens? Ancient alien theorists say yes. But then, is it also possible that ancient aliens created the ancient alien theorists? And are the ancient aliens and ancient alien theorists led by the Vatican, headed by the Pope? Ancient alien theorists and certain unnamed Catholic YouTubers say yes.
Tired of Catholic shows that peddle conspiracy theories that sound like something out of an Ancient Aliens episode? Check out Reason and Theology for a more reasonable take.